Welcome everybody to another episode of Sold Exclamation Point. We have a handful of sales today, about 120 so far. I've had a kind of a slow morning. Most of these sales were last night, so I'm hoping to get a nice boom later on tonight. Let's get right into it. I got a couple things to talk about. First up is the Smoky Collection sale of Kyle Hendricks Heritage Miners. We got two print ad sales. One is this really cool Fila Eddie Murray, and my guess this was a very limited ad run, so this is probably only in a handful of magazines. If my buyer is an Eddie Murray collector, he's probably very happy that I ripped that. Next is a Michael Chang Reebok ad. It has 3 Reebok shoes on there. The Pump Court Victory, which is the high top, the Pump DL and DL 9000 mid. And on the back, 2-page ad. On the back, it has his grips and him pumping the shoes up. I had a pair of pumps. I'm not a sneaker guy. I don't sell sneakers. I think maybe I have 4 listed. And I wasn't really happy about listing them. But I have a couple shoes in my childhood that I think back fondly on. And my pair of pumps, I think that was 5th grade. Because I was going to Hamilton Elementary. Shout out, Hamilton Elementary in Coon Rapids. Alright, so next one is something I want to talk about. My client got in I referenced this in another video. He purchased a lot from a book publisher. And it was just their archive, things they used to take photos for the author to write his book. And in that lot was a large number of slides or photo negatives. So we sold a Roger Clemens slide. When I got these, I was extremely happy. I was like, wow, these are really cool. You never see slides. You never see negatives. People are going to love these. Nope. I still think they're cool. But out of a couple hundred slides, I sold 5 or 6 of them. The Nomos sold, the Hideo Nomos sold, Clemens sold, a couple Cubs sold, but I don't know. I think it's a really cool collectible. But the market seems to maybe think so, but not very much, which explains the very low sell-through rate. So I still like them, but you got to be into these. If you find a bunch of slides, you got to be into them a quarter a piece, quarter a piece. And then, yeah, you can maybe sell them at $4.99, $9.99, but even at that price, they're not going to sell super fast. So you got to make sure you're into the whole lot for real cheap to make sure that you can make some money on your purchase. The nice part is they don't take up very much room. Next up is a Glenn Dorsey Chiefs jersey. Obviously, that's likely sold because the Chiefs are doing well and they're in playoffs. When I saw it, I got really excited because it was, I think it's a defensive tackle. I'd rather find offensive linemen and defensive tackles and safeties than I would wide receivers and running backs, for the simple fact that they made a lot of the star receiver and quarterback. They did not make a lot of the outside linebacker and the free safety. So I was real excited. I thought that was going to be like a $75 jersey. It just turns out there's a lot of supply. And so I couldn't get the price I wanted. But normally when you find lesser known players, they're going to be a very limited supply. You're going to have to wait to get them sold. So now, you can blow them out at $20 if you want to get that quick money. But if there's only one for sale or none for sale in that size, put $75 on it. And you might have to wait 3, 6, 9 months a year. But you'll get a nice solid $50, $60 offer, either because somebody really likes that player, they're expanding their collection to lesser known players, or one of the things that I've noticed that my buyer's last name is the same name as the player's name. And so what they're doing is, instead of going out and spending, you know, for a screen print, I don't know what they're charging now, maybe $150 to customize a jersey. They're just going to buy one. You know, I'm going to buy a Gary Anderson Vikings jersey because my last name's Anderson. And so instead of spending $150, I spent $75 on a vintage one, and I saved money and I got a vintage one. You know, that's the best of both worlds from a customer standpoint. Next up, small schools. COE College in Iowa. COE is the alma mater of Fred Jackson, the running back for the Bills. I think I've had 6 COE shirts and I've sold 5. I think I got 1 left in stock. And last up is the 1991 World Series Minnesota Twins sweatshirt. What's really nice about this is the graphic is huge. It takes up the entire sweatshirt. That gives it a lot more value. So, in general, the bigger the graphic is, the more you can charge for an item. That's your tip for the day. I'm going to give you a nice quick 6-minute video, and I'll see you tomorrow.